What's up, guys? It's me, Make3. Did I say? Okay. We're here with the tier list. I'll talk a little bit louder, I guess. I don't really have anything else I can do. Did I just get a notification that someone fucking followed me? No. Just a weird glitch. Also randomly lost a view. Fantastic start. What's up, guys? This is me, Make3. Today we are here to rank. We're first gonna rank our what we think are the top tier decks of the format. Tier 0, 1, 2, Rogue, and for fun. Then we're gonna talk about ban list stuff. I want to do a ban list and an unban list, the F&L list. So yeah. Without further ado, let's go ahead and just get started with the current. We're just gonna bring this a little bit closer then. Start with the current stuff. Sky Striker. This is weird how this is set up. This is really set up how I deleted everything, isn't it? Oh wow, so that's kinda dumb. Let's see if there's a way to do this. If we reload, there we go. That's randomized. Things were weird. Anyways, we're going to do this and we're going to have it as a YouTube video as well. So those for the stream, ignore, even though I guess technically no one's here, so who cares. So we're going to start with the YouTube thing, so. What's going on, guys? It's me, Make3, and today we are here with a tier list video. Sorry my audio is a bit weird, but it's whatever. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into our tiers. We have Tier 0, which is, a deck that changes the format. Tier 1, the top decks to play. Tier 2, it's still a top deck to play, it's just not the best. Rogue, you'll find this at your locals and maybe some major events. Not too often, though. And for fun, these are decks that people are playing just to have fun with. For example, this first one, Kotarkas, for fun. I'm someone who plays Kotarkas. I love Kotarkas. Kotarkas is one of my favorite decks. Not really the best competitive. I almost won locals with it, though. That was fun. Adignisters. I want to say Rogue. I think you'll find this on the online circuit a lot. You'll probably find this if you go to any remote duel type of things. Besides that, it's probably not going to really win any events. Nothing really big. Autogeist, copy and paste my Adignister thing. You'll find some Autogeist players at locals, but they're not really. They're not really going to win a regional or the YCSs, even though they got cancelled. Bending Abyss. Another Rogue deck, to be honest. Bending Abyss is a fun deck. We're actually going to rank this a little bit higher. It's time to see. It's time to do what is up, Space Brass Original. And then someone freaking put something in front of my chat. We're gonna first talk about the tier list first, my guy. Bending Abyss, like I was saying before. Good deck. Fun deck. Not the most competitive. You're gonna see this at locals, probably a regional. I don't think it'll win anything though. Yo, you alright? Yeah, I'm okay. Why? Oh well, I'm just recording a video first. Yeah, Bending Abyss, fun deck. Fun to face actually. It's kind of funny to see all the different chain links. Like Chainlink 1. Chainlink 1 Sia, hold on. Chainlink 1 Dante targeting Sia, Chainlink 2 Sia targeting Dante. The old Fafa special. Beat Troopers, Tier 2. I will put this in Vogue before, but with the most recent YCS, the most recent remote duel YCS, and someone got second place with it, mostly because it's DPE, but it's still a good deck. If you know how to play the deck right, it's a really good deck. But Best deck of the format. There's nothing else to say about that. It is literally the best deck in the format. My YouTube channel name is Omega Free TCG. There is a space between Omega Free and TCG. Like I was saying though, with Bird Up, best deck in the format, best Tri Brigade variant. In fact, what's my Tri Brigade? I have Tri Brigade somewhere. Oh, there it is. Tri Brigade is also a tier 1 deck, but Bird Up's better. Bird Up, you can rely on two separate engines, either the Leo Lusks or the Tri Brigade. And what's really cool is if someone, like, in games 2 and 3, let's say someone goes Lancia, you go, okay, cool, I just rely on my Leo Lusks. And if they don't nib you in time, and you get to an F0, you're pretty solid for your turn. And then when they do Assembly Robin, and if you didn't Lancia them, and they have the Tri Brigade subs shit too, it's insane what this deck can do. There's a lot this deck can do. Black Wings for fun. I will link it in a minute. Yeah, in fact, let's see if I can actually link it now. I will just put in my... Is there actually a share? There is a share button, huh? Copy link. My door just randomly started open. This is a link to my YouTube channel. Is Omega Free TCG. I also have Omega Free Mitch, but you don't have to do anything with that one. Anyways, back to Black Wings. I've actually seen this deck at locals about 3 times. Each time it doesn't do well. It's a deck that they're like, oh yeah, Black Wings. Oh, this used to be good. Oh, Seamo's playing it. Let's win a locals with it. You're now winning a locals with Black Wings, bro. Cyber Dragon. I'm very interested in this deck right now. Especially if you guys search up Yasin. He's working on Cyber Dragon so much. He's been doing Cyber Dragon Orchid, Cyber Dragon, Sky Striker, Cyber Dragon, anything. This dude knows Cyber Dragons. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the subs. This dude knows Cyber Dragon everything, and he has enough of a following and enough people to help him that I truly think that this dude will make this deck meta just pretty much on his own. So because of that, I'm still going to put in Invoke. I'm still going to put on the top end Invoke though. I can see people pulling up with the with Cyber Dragons at regionals, and even on the remote duel YCSs, and just taking names. Despia, Rogue. It feels like this format there's a lot of Rogue decks. There's a lot of decks you're gonna see at your locals or on the remote duels, and this is one of them. Despia, if you're a good player, you know how to use it. You know how to get to a position where you are in a winning position the entire duel. I know that's something that like all decks you should be able to do, but specifically with Despia, we have a guy at our locals named Mike. He's the only guy who plays Despia, and he consistently can win locals with it. The dude is amazing. His theory crafting is amazing. He knows how to play this deck, and if people learn how to play this, oh dude, big time. Would you put Blue Eyes? For fun. Blue Eyes is a for fun deck. Blue Eyes Dark Magician is for fun. I think later this year, Blue Eyes is probably going to be Rogue at Tier 2 with a new support coming out. Yeah, what's that new card? Blue Eyes Jed or something like that? There's more Blue Eyes stuff specifically coming out, and I think when people know how to use that, it will be good. Dinos. I think Dinos are Tier 2 right now. With how many decks right now have to play on your opponent's turn, and Dinosaur's going, okay, whatever you do does not affect me, and I would just book all of your shit, I would just break through all of your stuff, they can just keep on going. I think that this deck is pretty good, this format. Unchained. You guys want to see a good Unchained pilot, you just look at Distant Coder. Coder knows this deck inside and out. He's very good with it, and I know some people at my locals who play Unchained, one of them being a dude named TJ. he almost like topped with it. It's just he was put in this weird pairing situation that he wasn't able to top. But like this shit pops off. A lot of the decks that aim to destroy, like Praying Kids, like Sword Soul, I would say like Build but it doesn't really destroy. Dinos, Beat Troopers, DPE. Really, you pop the stuff, you destroy the stuff. They're like, alright, cool. Thanks for the advantage. I'm gonna pop off now. And they'll just keep on going. They would just keep on going and going and going. What about an Exodia deck? Exodia is going to be kind of like with Mystic Mind, which you'll see my thought in a minute here. Dragon Link. I'm excited about Dragon Link, this format. I think it's tier 1. Not the highest of tier 1. I think it's a really good tier 1 deck. It pretty much has gas for days. It's very rare that you'll see a Dragon Link deck just stop. It never happens. They would just keep on going. They'll keep extending. They'll use the graveyard. They'll use the field. They'll use the hand. They'll use everything. They use the banners. They have chaos space to keep on going. Especially if this month, if during the ban list, if Colossus becomes unbanned, whew. Dragon Link about to pop off. Drytron, also a tier 1 deck. I think, man, which is better, Drytron or Dragon Link? I'd probably have to say Drytron, just because of how many more people are playing it than Dragon Link. Drytron, they have 2 different lines they can make now. They have the Negate Rod with Herald of Ultimateness and Herald of Perfection, or they have a weird Dino Vow that makes them have UCT plus a bunch of other interruptions besides Herald, and put your opponent on this weird, like, they have all this advantage that they can make just from the Drytron engine. I know when I was doing Chaos Draft with Russell, I was using Drytron in the early stages just as a Chaos engine, because that stuff just keeps recurring. Yeah, no, Drytron is definitely a tier 1 deck. Earth Machine. Rogue. Higher than Altergeist. I'd say about the same level as Burning Abyss. Earth Machine has, I found out this the other day, 0 negates. They just go, alright bro, make a board, I'll break it. Which is good, as long as they don't break. From what I understand, Earth Machine breaks a good amount. But when they pop off, they pop off. So because of that, I kind of have to put in Rogue, plus you have to be a very, very skilled pilot to use Earth Machines. I still don't know how they work, and I faced them like 10 or 20 times at this point. Eldritch, tier 2. Probably top of tier 2. Eldritch and most trap decks right now are very, very, very good. They just have this engine that just keeps on going and going, and they keep interrupting you. They can put in Strike, they can put in Judgment, they can put in their Golden Land stuff to pop and ban stuff. They have just Eldritch that could send itself to a graveyard to send a card your opponent controls or on the field to the grave. It's insane. Evil Twin. I'd say tier 2. Higher than Unchained, lower than Dino. Does that feel right? That feels right. Especially since if not, you doing Dueling Book later? If not, it's cool. Maybe. Solid, maybe. I will say that I will probably use PK, or I might put together Sky Strike, because I low-key want to play them. Or I might play Thunder Dragons. I don't know. Anyways, back to what I was saying. Where was I at? Evil Twins. They have a very good engine. I know, for those who know the channel well, Russell's going to be playing Evil Twins. We already have the deck made for him. He knows how to use this. He's very good with it. And I know some other good players at my locals who knows how to use Live Twins, and they're like, if people can figure out how to use this properly, this deck can pop off. This deck can put itself in a position where it can have a Dweller, So your opponent can't choose their graveyard, which is great against Drytron and some better variants. Good against Dragon Link, good against Eldritch, good against Dinos, good against Despia, Adagnister, most of Burning Abyss, some Earth Machines, Code Talkers. Yeah, is really good against a lot of decks. It can put that up consistently with Evil Twin Trouble Sunny, which can trip yourself for cost to summon now the pink and the blue links in order to pop a card on the field, which can sideblock the opponent, and to draw a card. It's just a lot of advantage. Obviously, you would have to make sure you get... actually, with the Bistro, it only locks your opponent out, so you can still use your graveyard just fine. Floowandereeze. I hate this deck. I hate this deck so badly. I hate Flunder. I hate Flunder. God, I hate Flunder. Flunder is so boring. They go, yep, normal summon. If I wanted to see normal summon, I'd play against Monarch. That being said, tier 2. Man, is it really this high up on tier 2? Yeah, I feel like this is about right. Eldritch can beat this deck easily. However, it's good against Dragon Link. By making them banish all the stuff, it makes it very hard for that deck to come back. Good against Drytron, same reasoning. But, yeah, they don't mind the stuff banished. Good against Beat Trooper, good against Dinos, good against Unchained. Unchained could probably beat it. Good against Evil Twin, good against a lot of decks. This deck just sits on a floodgate that had normal summon and goes, alright, cool, you normal summon? Cool. Rise of the Mega Monarch. I'm gonna break your deck. You're not going to have fun. And try and beat over it. And you cannot have attack position monsters. Link summoning? Psh, never heard of her. Please. 1 second, guys. I need to blow my nose. 1 second. I'm gonna mute my audio. Alright, back to what I was saying. Sorry about that. Back to what I was saying. Next one. Guru. Okay. So I hear you like glue. So this is the deck for you. Its name is Guru. And it tells your opponent, fuck you. I don't have any bars, I can't fucking try. Guru is so fucking boring. It goes, yep, flip summon, yep, flip summon, yep, flip summon. Advantage. We'll just play fucking Dragoon. We'll play 3 copies of him, and we won't break on him. God, I hate this deck. I'd say low, very low tier 2. You want to counter it. If you don't have the right side deck for it, it's going to curb stomp you. It's a deck that if it goes first, sets up, and you don't have a good deck against it, it's probably going to beat you. Next up. Heroes. Tier 2. Low end of tier 2. Heroes got DPE, which is huge. Heroes can extend after summoning DP, which is huge. They have so much stuff that if they go second, it feels like no matter how many hand traps you throw at them, they'll OTK you. You have to be aware of them. You have to be able to know how to beat them. And if you don't, well, by the time you get a chance to try, you already lost. Yeah, no. DP, Heroes, amazing. Infernoble. Rogue. I'd say there. Infernobles, very good at hand rip. We have a guy at our locals named Juan. He plays this deck often. Fantastic with it. One time I started my turn after draw with 2 cards in my hand. And my deck was not graveyard deck. He'll go, ah yes, hand trip, ah yes, microcosmos, ah yes, 5 negates, ah yes. Try to play. Did you draw a Dark Ruler? No? Okay. Yeah, no, this deck is fucking bonkers. That being said, it can very much brick. It can brick pretty badly. A lot of decks, even if they brick, they can put up something. This deck, if it bricks, it's very hard for them to do anything. Very difficult. Invoke Shadar Dogmatica, easiest tier 1 of my life. Normal Summon Alistair, I've been working for the last 5 years, going to be keep working for a while, unless if Invocation goes to... if Invocation goes to 1 and Magical Meltdown goes to 1, this deck will probably drop down by a lot. But like, people are like, oh, Magical Meltdown should go to 1. Okay, so what? We'll just draw an Alistair. We'll still have 4 copies of Alistair. Yeah. No, this deck is fucking bonkers. It can set up multiple negates, multiple interruptions, can put up a window, can put up a send, which is amazing. It can play DPE now to scythe lock the opponent. It can do a lot. Madolche, God, what's to put Madolche in? I've seen like a lot of people top with it. I don't know if they really won with it though. One of our guys, he was playing it, but he dropped it for Flunder, which I'm mad at him about, because I hate Flunder. That being said, I do think this deck is for fun. If enough people play, it's probably going to be Rogue, but meh. Grand Maju, very, very bomb of Vogue. This deck, similar story with Heroes, OTK engine. It will go second, it will banish everything, and it will OTK you. If you are not ready for this deck, it will just beat you. It will just straight up beat you out of nowhere. It's amazing. It's also annoying. Also, it's funny when it's over 8,000 attack, and you go, alright, cool, Magic Cylinder. Did that once, funniest moment of my life. Mystic Mine, and I group in Exodia with this too, mostly because of Russell. Mystic Mine as a card helped out so many decks. I know I play Mystic Mine in PK. I play in my side deck because of how good PK, or how good Mystic Mine is at stalling and to get you to what you need. And the Exodia variant is very good. That can that's my Mystic Mine. And the Exodia variant makes it that your opponent can't really spend time dealing with Mystic Mine. It does a lot with it. I say because of how much Mystic Mine itself is used, probably tier 2. Yeah. PK. Tier 1. Belt and Dragonlink Belt. I'd probably do this and this. Yeah, that feels right. Tier 1. Most deck likely to be hand trapped. Easiest deck to be hand trapped. There's so many hand traps that can end this deck's turn as long as you draw them. And with how many decks nowadays can go off of 1 or 2 cards, it's pretty easy to stop this deck. That being said, when it popped off, this shit pops out hard. It was very hard to beat a established PK board. You have to be playing out your fucking mind to be playing through a established PK board. So yeah, PK very much a tier 1 deck. Prank Kids. Tier 2. Higher than Mystic Mine. Higher than Heroes. Higher than Guru. I'd say right next to Unchained. Ironically enough, Prank Kids have a very bad matchup against Unchained. Unchained goes, you just popped my stuff, thank you fam. But Prank Kids, the fact that they can make a Bow Butler that just, was what? Oh, was ironic that Prank Kids is next on Unchained. That is very ironic because Unchained can beat Prank Kids. But Prank Kids, they go, hey, you know Raigeki? I'm gonna do that as a quick effect. Twice. And then I'm gonna burn you, gain life points, and what was that time was called? Oh well. Prank Kids is very good. When the Brave engine comes out, this deck is just gonna get better. Same with Phantom Knights. Yeah, no, Meow Meow Mew getting hit to one kind of sucks, but it's the deck can still go through. Emancipator, man, another hard one to rank. Emancipator, I know Farfo recently got a top with it, but besides that, I don't really see too many people who win a top with this. I'd say right next to Cyber Dragons, above Cyber Dragons. People who know how to use them know how to win events. People who don't know how to use them, not really gonna do anything. Deck's very good. It can make singles out of the wazoo. Yeah. Salad. Rogue. Rogue. You see Salad a lot though. I'd say actually tier 2 right next to Heroes. Salad, they just go, alright, make a Zell, gash the hand, set counter traps. They just play control. They're a very good control deck. Especially since they have Mars Stalio back, they are such a good control deck. If you don't know how to beat them, then it's going to suck for you. But yeah, no, they are very good at controlling the board. They can set up goes in match and make it that if you play an attribute eccentric deck, that you will not have a good time against it. So yeah. Sharks, Vogue. Above adding this to below Despia. Sharks, they might be able to win game 1 if they're playing Crooked Cook. The Sharks nowadays, this deck basically just started. It's weird, because like, you set up a good Shark board, it's pretty hard to get out of. However, Dark Ruler fucks this deck. It's so easy to beat this deck when the shit's negated. And if you're playing an OTK deck like Heroes or Prank Kids or Fam Knights, you know, it's going to be a walk in the park. I just realized I said that after talking about Dark Ruler. That is kind of dumb. But still. Sky Striker. Hey, it's a tier 1 deck. Yeah, that feels right. Above Drytron, above Dragon Link. Sky Strikers, they just play a very control-based deck with spell cards, which is very impressive. Engage to 1 only helps them and gives them the pop greed that they need. They can play DPE so that they can play DPE, keep in the main monster zone, and then they need to use an effect. They can pop DPE and pop a card on the field so that they can use the Sky Striker spells. It's amazing. Also, they just need spell cards to work, and there are so many good spell cards. Forbidden Droplet, Forbidden Chalice, Pot of Desires. Wow, that was a bad one to talk about. There's a lot of good spells. I'm just blanking. Speedroid for fun. I will say though, I know I keep pulling out my cards. I have to flex. I don't care. I just picked up the other day from my buddy Will. That just passed. I did not. From my buddy Will, which shout out to Will. I'm gonna go back to Streamlabs so I can see how this looks. Very pretty Speedroid German tail top. Oh my god, it's beautiful. So pretty. Such a pretty card. Speedroids, if you see them, they're playing for fun. I've had friends who play Speedroids. They don't think it's a good competitive deck, but man, they have fun playing it. Also, side note, when I was playing Code Talkers, and I almost won locals, I lost in the last round to Speedroid. Because I fucking bricked. But no, this deck, give them an inch, they'll go a fucking mile, and they'll be Lightning McQueen down the track. Vroom! But yeah, no, that deck can be bonkers, but they're only going to be playing it for fun. Next up, Sword Soul. I don't know what to say. They somehow make 2 negates and a pop fucking busted. This deck is so hard to out. Right when you think you're about to out it, they just do something to throw you off. And this deck, so consistent, so good. The Tenny build especially. Tenny is so good in this deck. I know someone tried Pure Sword Soul, just does not do it. Sword Soul Tenny, amazing deck. Thunder Dragons. Free Colossus. We need Colossus. Besides that, it's a rogue deck. You're gonna probably see it about as much as you would see Altergeist. Good deck. It can brick. I was actually testing it earlier. And if me and Space Bass face each other, I'll probably use it against him. But this deck, they can make a monster that just pops everything plus DP, that pops things, it just pops the entire field. It just does so much stuff. If they get Colossus back, so the opponent cannot draw, or they can't add cards except by drawing them, and they can banish Thunder type monsters to trigger a Titan to pop 2 cards, even during the damage step, which is huge. Yeah, no, this deck is cracked. Especially if they get Colossus back, this deck is cracked. If they get Colossus back, tier 1. Easy. Easy. But we're talking about the now. Pendulum, tier 2. I'd say higher than that. I'd say around there. Yeah, that feels. Yeah, that still feels right. Pendulum. Just go on Drift Gaming's channel and search up his deck profiles and combos. You'll understand. I don't have the brain power to explain pendulums. However, they are very good. They are very good. Utopia, you're only gonna play at locals for fun. It's only nothing. Virtual World, tier 1. Yeah. No, I think they're better than Drytron. Yeah, they're better than Drytron. Virtual World, they can make a Macrocosmos monster. They can make it that even though in the Dark Cooler, they can still pop off. They like to destroy, interrupt, banish, etc. They're such a good deck. The only thing is Virtual World is notorious for breaking. This deck can make some of the most beautiful breaks you'll ever see. Oh my god. They will make a Monarch player jealous with how much of a brick they can be. But again, when they pop off, they fucking pop off. Other zombies. Rogue. I'd say just with the amount of people who would play it, probably highest of Rogue. Actually, I think Vox is highest of Rogue. And you don't want to move. There you go. Still one of the highest of Rogue. People who knows how to play zombies fucking know how to play zombies. It's a deck that makes it that they will use Zombie Ward to a T. And Bottle Rock, making it that when opponent activates a card effect, or a zombie activates a card effect, they can just non-target name banish, or they can just negate a card on the field. It's amazing. Zodiac, bottom of Rogue. You might see a Zodiac player. They're just basically going to be playing Zeus Turbo, which is fine. It's fine. I wouldn't say though that would be the most competitive deck. Either way, I think this is pretty accurate of the current meta. Again, Blue Eyes, Dog Magician would be in for fun. I know some people have actually been testing with Dog Magician, so maybe that would be the very bottom of Vogue. But yeah, no. Decks I'm expecting to see in the next months. Brave stuff. Fucking Brave is gonna make. If let's say Brave was out right now with how the ban list is, easy. Tier 0. Where are you? High tier 1. I don't think any other deck can abuse it as much as these two. Probably Sky Striker gets to be way up there too. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, no. I think that would be the truth. But yeah. Either way, thank you guys for watching. This will make Free signing out. Make sure to have a nice day, and goodbye. Anyways, now we're going to go back to being on the stream.